doing my makeup routine for you all. Many people have asked, and I know this is a couple years late, but I'm going to show you all how I get my soft glam. So we're going to start off freshly washed and moisturized. I have dry skin, so I make sure to moisturize well. I'm starting off with gelling down my brows, so I use the e.l.f. Brow Lift, which is a clear gel and a spoolie to tack my brows down, and it will make them stay down and set the whole day. And don't worry, y'all, the products will be listed below in the description. Now to primer, we're going to use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And I'm just going to put that on my face and also just spread it out until it is tacky. You will see me kind of show you all how it's a tacky consistency on my face. When I put it to my face, it sticks on it and lets me know it's tacky enough. All right, you see me smiling there. Right now I'm using the glitter primer on my smile lines just to protect my makeup from the creases of my smile lines. So we're just gonna apply that right there. For foundation, I use NARS. This foundation is very hydrating and it's called Natural Radiant in the shade New Caledonia. So I'm just going to use a Real Techniques brush. This brush is called the Instapop Face Brush, and it is perfect for applying foundation. So I put about 3 pumps, I think. I'm a foundation girl, so I love foundation. So you can just watch me blend the foundation in. So the first concealer that I'm using is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Suede. And I'm just going to use that as the first concealer because it is closer to my foundation shade. Then I will also go in with my Too Faced concealer in the shade Honey. And I'm just going to put that on my chin, my nose, my forehead, and the corners under my eyes, as you can see where I placed it right there. That's just to brighten up a little bit. To blend my concealer, I am using the Real Techniques setting brush in the number 402. And I know it doesn't look light, but you will try to lightly tap the concealer to blend it in. To contour, I'm going to use the Black Opal Stick Foundation in the shade Ebony Brown. And you can see that I'm just showing you the areas where I'm going to contour, which is my cheeks and the hairline area. And that's just the areas that I will contour, as well as my nose. Now, I love a nose contour, so it might look like a lot, but I just love when my nose is snatched, honey. Now I'm gonna get into blush. I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Blush in the shade Caribbean, and I'm just gonna apply that to the higher areas of my cheekbones. And I try to put a decent amount, but not too much. To blend the contour, I'm going to use the Real Techniques brush called the Expert Face Brush. The number is 200. As you can see, I love Real Techniques. I feel like they're amazing for blending, and their brushes are just great. So I'll list everything below for you all. Here, I'm just blending out my blush with a beauty sponge, beauty blender. This is just one that I just have in my makeup collection. I don't even know the brand, but you can use a brush as well. But in this moment, I just picked that up to blend my blush. Now, I would say the key to a beautiful soft glam is that bright under eye. So here's my third concealer. I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Beige. And I just put that in the two corners again. With this last layer of concealer, I want it to be concentrated in the corners. So I will just use a beauty blender so I have more control of the product. Now we're going to set the concealer with setting powder. We're using Huda Beauty in the shade Blondie. To be able to control the powder, just lightly tap it on your hand, blow some of the excess powder away so you're not just dumping a whole bunch of powder under your eye. And I'm just going to set that. I'm going to pat it in, and I'm basically going to apply it everywhere that I applied concealer, basically. To set our contour and blush, we're using the Juvia's Place palettes. For the contour, we're going to use the palette in dark, and I just use both shades honestly, and I just use that bronzer to set my contour. To set my blush, I use the blushed palette in volume 5, and I use both shades as well, and I just attempt to lightly tap, but blush gets kind of crazy, so today it got a little bit crazy, but it looked better in the end. Okay, time for brows. I am using the Morphe Brow Cream in the shade Chocolate Mousse, and I'm using a random angled brush. I don't even know the brand or where I got it from, but I'll just show you how I fill in my brows. And it's kind of up close and personal, so I don't know. I love y'all because that's a bit close. But anyway, you can go ahead and see how I'm filling my brows in just lightly. So to conceal my brows, I am using the MAC brush in the number 212, and I'm just going to use the concealer to line the bottom of my brows. I won't put anything on the top, but I will also take that concealer down to my eyelids because we will use that as a base for the eyeshadow. And we will also set that base with the Huda Beauty powder that I used earlier under my eyes. We're using the Morphe palette number 39A, and we're just going to use those two brown shades to start off the eyeshadow. I'm just using that as a transition color, and I'm just going to use that, and I'm not going to bring it too close to the highlight area of my brow, where the arch is. I'm not going to bring it up there because I do want to keep that highlighted look. So you can just see me blending out the brown. So to create that soft look on the eyes, I'm just using this NYX palette, and I'm just using that pinkish shade first, and I will also go in with that lighter white looking shade on top. But this is like a typical eyeshadow look for a soft glam. It gives very much UK makeup baddie, so I just love doing that when I'm doing a soft glam. To create some depth, I'm going to get a darker brown shade, and I'm just going to put that on the outer corner of my eye. just to create some depth in the eye and the crease of the eye. So that's what I'm doing there. So now it is time for some lashes. I actually do not wear strip lashes anymore. I do clusters on myself, but I didn't do clusters this time just so I could show you all a look with strip lashes. So I'm just dusting off the powder that's been sitting. I will just glue on some random lashes from a wig company. Before gluing the lashes, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Super Fix Misting Spray to basically melt my makeup. I cannot find my fan, so you can just see me fanning myself and putting on the lashes. But I highly recommend that setting mist. It's perfect for melting your makeup in place, and I feel like it actually has a good hold in terms of setting your makeup as well. To line my waterline, I'm using a black liner from NYX, and that just creates like a very sultry look. You can skip this step, but I do love to use Laura Mercier's translucent honey setting powder just to add a little bit more brightness under the eye, and I just put that more so in the corners. And I'm also going to smoke out my under eye with a little brown eyeshadow. For my lip combo, which is my favorite part, I am using the Kiss Professional New York Lip Liner in the shade Dark Brown, and I'm just going to line my lips. I'm not sure if this is discontinued, but I do use the NYX matte lipstick in the shade Shy Timid. I haven't been able to find this anywhere in stores anymore, so it might be discontinued, unfortunately. But you can use any nude lip that you want. And I'm just going to put that on my lips and pat my lips together to blend it in. I love a glossy look, so I'll be using the NYX Butter Gloss. First, I'll use the Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie for the nudish, pinkish part of my lip combo. And then I'm going to use the shade Lava Cake for the lip liner. And I'm just going to blend those two together for my beautiful nude lip combo. To highlight, I'm using the OG Anastasia Glow Kit for my highlighter. I'm just going to put a little bit on my nose and on the high parts of my cheeks. And we are actually done. I hope I was detailed enough to help you all do this look. And you can ask me any questions in the comments. I will be making more makeup videos such as everyday makeup routine, full glam. So just let me know which one you want next. Thank you all so much. Hit that subscribe button and you can check out my socials in the description box below. Love you guys. You all around me.